What's up, Go Masters? It's me one more time, Brian Gamer, and guys. Today in this video, I'll be showing you how to defeat the Pokemon that are going to be available this week in 5-star raids at Pokemon Go. So let's get started. The first Pokemon that I'll be talking about is Mega Charizard X. This Pokemon will be available in raids from April 4 till April 13. Basically, this is one of the Mega evolutions of Charizard. It has a Mega X and also a Mega Y Charizard. This one is a fire and also dragon type Pokemon. It has a max CP of 4353, a attack of 273, a defense of 213, and finally a stamina of 186. You will be getting the weather boost by playing these raids either in the sunny weather and also the windy weather, guys. Of course, it's going to be easier, but you'll also get like higher CPs, and that's basically it, guys. Let's say you'll need to use less starters to power up this Pokemon. So yeah, this Pokemon is weak against Dragon type Pokemons, Ground type Pokemons, and also Rock type Pokemons. It doesn't really has any double weakness. And then so far I can see that one of the best counter for this Pokemon is going to be Mega Rayquaza, guys, as well as Primal Groudon. But I don't know. Let's see, guys. Then this Pokemon is very resistant to fire and also grass type Pokemons, and it is resistant to bug, electric, and finally steel type Pokemons. This Pokemon has as fast attacks, Dragon Breath, Ember, and also Wing Attack. These three attacks are all legacy attacks, so we are unable to get them anymore, guys, unless you use one of those elite fast TMs. And then finally we have also Air Slash and Fire Spin. Then we have these charge moves as our Flamethrower. This one is a legacy move. Then we also have Dragon Claw, Fire Blast, Overheat, and lastly but not less important, Blast Born. This one is also a legacy move that we were able to learn during its community day. Let's take a look at the best moveset for this Pokemon, and it would be Fire Spin and also Blastborn, guys. So yeah, let's take a look at the best counters to defeat this Pokemon. Okay, basically in the first place we have Mega Rayquaza with Dragon Tail and also Outrage, then Primal Groudon with Moonshot and Precipice Blades, then Mega Garchomp with Dragon Tail and Outrage, then Shadow Salamence with Dragon Tail and Outrage once again, then Origin Form Palkia with Dragon Tail and Spatial Rent, then Mega Salamence with Dragon Tail and Outrage, and finally Shadow Garchomp with Dragon Tail and Outrage. If you guys don't have these Pokemons, you can totally go with these other Pokemons that I'm going to mention now. And yeah, we have basically Shadow Rampardos, Shadow Dragonite, Mega Diancie, Shadow Rhyperior, Mega Latios, just Shadow Groudon, Shadow Excadrill. Then we have Origin Form Dialga, Shadow Latios, Mega Latias, etc. So yeah, guys, I wish you so much luck with these raids. So let's go to the next Pokemon. Also, starting from April 4 till April 12, we're gonna be having raids of these Ultra Beasts as Celesteela and also Kartana. But let's first start with Celesteela. This one's going to be available in the Southern Hemisphere, guys. So if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you'll be getting this Pokemon, and this one is basically a Steel and also a Flying type Pokemon. It has a max CP of 3507, an attack of 207, a defense of 199, and final stamina of 219. We will be getting the weather boost by playing these raids, either on the snow weather and also the windy weather. Then the Celesteela is weak against electric and also fire type Pokemons, and it is resistant to this whole bunch of different types as are bug, grass, poison, dragon, fairy, flying, ground, normal, psychic, and finally steel, guys. That's a lot. Okay, so this Pokemon has as fast attacks, Air Slash, and also Smackdown, and as charge moves it has Iron Head, Bulldoze, Body Slam, and finally Heavy Slam. And the best moveset for Celesteela would be Air Slash and also Heavy Slam. Also, these Pokemons will be the best counter for Celesteela, so we have here in the first place Mega Blaziken with Fire Spin and Blastborn, then Mega Charizard Y with Fire Spin and once again Blastborn, then Reshiram with Fire Fang and Fusion Flare, Shadow Raikou with Thunder Shock and also Wild Charge, then Standard Mode Shadow Darmanitan with Fire Fang and Overheat, then Surgery with Thunder Shock and Discharge, and finally Shadow Blaziken with Fire Spin and Blastborn. Also, at the same time that we're having the Celesteela raids, in the Northern Hemisphere we're gonna be having raids of Kartana. Kartana is a grass and also steel type Pokemon. It's one Ultra Beats from the 7th generation. It has a max CP of 4156, a deck of 323, a defense of 182, and finally a stamina of 136. As you can see, the attack is really good, and if I'm not sure, it should be one of like the top 10 Pokemons with the highest attack in the entire game. I don't even know, guys. I'm actually making this up, and it maybe could, I maybe not right, but I don't know. I think it's really high. So yeah, this Pokemon is very vulnerable to fire type Pokemons and also to fighting type Pokemons. It is resistant to grass, dragon, electric, fairy, normal, poison, psychic, rock, steel, and finally water type Pokemons. It has as fast attacks, Razor Leaf, and also Air Slash, and as charge moves it has Aerial Ace, Night Slash, and also X Scissor, and finally Leaf Blade. The best moveset for this Pokemon would be Razor Leaf and also Leaf Blade. So now let's take a look at the best counter for this Pokemon. Guys, as you can see here, most of the Pokemons that are good for countering this Pokemon, they're all fire type Pokemons. Like we have here in the top one Mega Charizard Y with Fire Spin and also Blastborn. Then we have Mega Blaziken with Fire Spin and Blastborn. Then Reshiram, Mega Charizard X, Shadow Darmanitan. Then we have Shadow Blaziken, Shadow Moltres. They're basically all fired, guys. And most of the Pokemon that are starters in here, they have the same moveset that is basically Fire Spin and also Blastborn, guys. In case of Reshiram here, it has Fire Fang and Fusion Flare. Then the Darmanitan has Fire Fang and Overheat. And finally, the Moltres has Fire Spin and also Overheat. If you guys don't have those Pokemons, you can totally use these other ones. We have Shadow Entei. There's this also Apex Shadow Ho-Oh. Then Heatran, Shadow Chandelure, Shadow Infernape, Shadow Taplosion, etc. But these ones, they will guarantee you like a good and decent rate, you know? So yeah, let's go to the next Pokemon. And finally, we're gonna be also having raids of Shadow Entei. Shadow Entei is a fire type Pokemon. It has a max CP of 3926, a attack of 238, a defense of 171, and finally a stamina of 250. It's really good, to be honest. This Pokemon is vulnerable to ground type Pokemons, rock type Pokemons, and also water type Pokemons, and it is resistant to bug, fairy, fire, grass, ice, and finally steel type Pokemons. It has as fast attacks, Fire Fang, and also Fire Spin, and as charge moves it has Flamethrower, Iron Head, Flame Charge, Fire Blast, Overheat, Frustration, and finally Scorching Sands. The best moves for this Pokemon would be Fire Fang and also Overheat. So now let's go take a look at the best counter for this Pokemon. Okay, so as Entei is a fire type Pokemon, of course it was going to be very vulnerable to water and also ground type Pokemon. And every time that we think about a good water and ground type Pokemon, we always have to come first Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon, guys. So as you can see here, Primal Kyogre is the top one with Waterfall and also Origin Pulse. At second place, we have Primal Groudon with Mudshot and also Precipice Blades. Then we have Mega Swampert with Water Gun and Hydro Cannon. Then Mega Garchomp with Mudshot and Air Power. Shadow Kyogre with Waterfall and Origin Pulse. Then Shadow Rhyperior with Musclap and Rock Wrecker. And finally Mega Rayquaza with Dragon Tail. And finally Dragon Ascent. If you guys can use these Pokemon, you can always use Mega Blastoise. You can use Shadow Swampert, Shadow Garchomp, Mega Tyranitar, Mega Gyarados, then also Shadow Feraligatr, Mega Ractyl, the regular Kyogre, etc. guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I wish you so much luck, guys, with making these raids and getting the shinies of these Pokemon. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Please let me know what you think about the Pokemon that are going to be in raids this week. Also, leave your like, subscribe, share with your friends, and see you next time. Bye.